Mr. President, when you think about fast-growing startup companies, you might think about Silicon Valley, Boston, or Boulder. While these cities certainly have very vibrant startup ecosystems, innovative startups and small businesses are being founded and are growing across the United States, including in my home state of Michigan. In each of our states, there are hardworking entrepreneurs who have established job-creating startups. These dynamic companies act as entrepreneurial leaders, innovators, and job creators within our communities. Industries including retail, healthcare, entertainment, transportation, and education are being revolutionized and reshaped by entrepreneurs in our local communities. They are reimagining the future by using technology to solve problems and create innovative products and services. According to the Kauffman Foundation, startups are a major force for job creation in the United States. Startups under 1 year old create about 2 million jobs per year, accounting for 20% of gross job creation, though they only represent 8% of the firms in this country. Despite the fact that startups are vital to our country's economic and job growth, many members of our community may not know that these innovative companies exist, and many startup companies may not know where to access the resources to help their companies succeed. In 2013, I joined a bipartisan group of colleagues, including Congressman Polis and Issa, to create the first annual Startup Day across America to bring attention to startups throughout Michigan and across the United States. That year, I had the opportunity to visit Start Garden, a combined venture capital fund and shared startup workspace in Grand Rapids, with Congressman Huizenga and Amash, where we heard firsthand about the exciting new businesses being funded in Western Michigan. In 2014, I met with a group of entrepreneurs at the Madison Building in Detroit, home to startups backed by Detroit Venture Partners. I spoke with Paul Glomsky, the CEO of Detroit Labs. Founded in 2011 with just 4 employees, Detroit Lab now has upwards of 100 people working for it, building cutting-edge technology in downtown Detroit. They dream up, design, and build mobile apps, and have made them for General Motors, Domino's Pizza, Kimberly-Clark, DTE Energy, and many others. They also provide a paid apprenticeship program that teaches hardworking Michiganders how to code and connect them to jobs upon completion of the program. Startups are not just about apps and tech, though. I also visited Pony Ride, a co-working space in Corktown, where I met Eric Yelsma, founder of Detroit Denim. He and his team are making high-quality jeans in Detroit and shipping them across the country. In 2015, I visited startups in Traverse City, where I heard about growing startup and venture capital ecosystems in northern Michigan that are pulling in talent from across the Midwest, including Cherry Capital Foods, a young company that works with Michigan farmers to help them find new customers. This year, I have teamed up with Senators Warner, Daines, and Scott to encourage our colleagues to visit a startup anywhere in their home state during the week of August 4th. Like me, they know that startups are taking root across the nation in Richmond, Virginia, Bozeman, Montana, Charleston, South Carolina, Kalamazoo, Michigan, and other communities. Michigan, in fact, has one of the fastest growing venture capital communities in the nation, a critical asset that will help us become the startup capital of the Midwest. We have world-class colleges and universities, more engineers than any other part of the country, and an infrastructure to export not just nationally, but all across the globe. While I'm focused on connecting talented Michigan entrepreneurs to the capital they need to grow and succeed, I will also continue working with my colleagues on federal policies that will support these important startups and small businesses. That means strong science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, or STEAM education, along with expanding efforts to encourage our nation's students to learn how to code. Even basic programming skills are incredibly marketable, not just among tech startups, but throughout the entire economy. We also need to make sure startups are able to compete on a level playing field on the internet and have access to fast, affordable broadband, no matter where you live. Additionally, we must work together to help entrepreneurs master challenges and impediments that stand in their way as they seek to establish their firms and to create jobs. Startups play a key role in economic growth, and we have to do more to help them. A recent report from the Economic Innovation Group found that since the end of the recent recession, new firms have increased by only 2.3% and are concentrated in only 23% of U.S. counties, especially in dense, higher population areas. We have to ensure that every American community has the opportunity to experience the economic benefits that new business establishments bring. We have to ensure that every American community has the requisite tools to support entrepreneurs as they turn their ideas into action, transforming their neighborhoods and the economic trajectories of their neighborhoods in the process. Ultimately, success for any company comes down to matching talent with capital. Small businesses and startups now have a variety of sources of capital to expand and create jobs. Traditional bank loans, for example, SBA loans, including the 7A loan program that I have championed in the past. State-backed loans through the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, facilitated by the State Small Business Credit Initiative, venture capital, friends or family, and now even crowdfunding. Just as there are a number of factors that contribute to a vibrant startup ecosystem, there will be a wide array of stakeholder decisions and industries that will continue to shape Michigan's future economy. I am committed to ensuring that our growing startup community will be a fixture of creativity, innovation, and job creation for decades to come. Mr. President, I yield.